Hello again and welcome back to another army showcase video, this time for my Araby army. This is the oldest of my painted armies, that is to say it was painted in 2020 when I got back into painting after a bit of a hiatus. The army was mostly finished before that, but I decided to go back and repaint it for about the third time. I originally painted it in black and red like the War Master color scheme, but I felt it was a little bit dull to look at, so I decided to then paint them in a beige and turquoise color scheme. But then I decided to repaint them again into a bit more of a historically correct color scheme. So I went with desert yellow and dark green, which is how they are depicted in games like Medieval 2 Total War. And I'm quite happy with this one. I don't think I'm going to go back and change them again. I have too many other models that needs paint. This army is painted to a bit of a lower standard than my other stuff, I feel, because I was a little bit more of a noob back then. I've done a lot of progress in the last 2 years, having painted about 3,000 models since. So I'm not actually using all that many washes or any kind of special techniques on this one. So bear that in mind that it's not quite to the same level as my other stuff. Not that that stuff is super high class either, but you know it's tabletop standard or tabletop standard plus or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, let's get cracking. First up, we have a unit of archers. These are from Black Tree Design, Metal Scouts. Here we have a cannon. This one is from the Assault Group. Here we have a rock. This is from Reaper Miniatures. I went a bit high on the uh, dry brushing there. It's a little over-tuned, I feel. But hey, at least it's highlighted. Here we have some Nomen Hunters. These are from Eldorado. And yeah, these are all out of production models now, so these are pretty hard to get. Here we have a War Elephant. This one is from some defunct company. I cannot remember actually what the name of the company is. Something that started with V. The archers in the Howdah are from Black Tree Design's out of production Saracens range. The rider or the Mahout is from the same with as the elephant. I did convert him quite a bit though because I think he was a Seleucid rider or something like that. So I changed him with some green stuff to make him look a little bit more like an Arabian in this case. Not a great conversion really, but you know, it does the job. Here we have some crossbowmen, also from Black Tree Design. We have some camel riders from Black Tree Design Saracens range. The camels are still available, but the riders are out of production now. Here we have some Janissaries. These are from the Assault Group, all of them. As you can see, these are painted with a bit of a lighter skin tone, and that is because Janissaries are slave soldiers that are taken from other parts of the Warhammer world in this case. So they're a little bit more tan than an Empire soldier because they lived in the desert, but they are not nearly as tan as the Arabians themselves. And here we have some more Arabian warriors. Models are from Black Tree Design. There's also a Games Workshop Arabian Man-Eater in there as a unit filler. There's also a Imam in the front rank to the right, which is from Gripping Beast, and Adibokim, which is from Eldorado Miniatures, which is, as I said, out of production. Here we have the Palace Guard of the Sultan. You have the Sultan there in the middle. He is from Perry Miniatures with his two servants. There's a little slave girl sitting just in front of him, which is from Hasselfree Miniatures. The two big bodyguards are from Eldorado. The unit itself is from Black Tree Design's Saracens range, so you can't get those anymore, unfortunately. Here we have some more Arabian warriors. These are armed with spears and shields. Black Tree Design molds once again. Half of the shields, the Crescent Moon ones, are from Wargames Factory's Plastic Amazons kit. I bought those shields separately because I felt that the Crescent Moon fit really well with Araby. So I gave some of them that. The camel in the back is a unit filler that's also from Black Tree Design. The command group itself is from Black Tree Design's Saracen range. Dibukim from Eldorado. The Imam is from Eldorado, and then there's another priest cleric type model that's from Reaper Miniatures. Here we have a unit of Sipai. Not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. These are from Perry Miniatures, all of them, except for the character in the front rank. That's from Gripping Beast, a Saladin model. These are Carpet Riders from Electric Design's Saracen's range, 2 poses. Here we have some Mamluks. These are also from Electric Design's Saracen range. We have the champion there and 2 poses to go with it. Here we have some Desert Riders. These are from Electric Design, still available. Here we have some Blade Dancers. This is a pretty fun unit to paint. Models are from a variety of manufacturers. 4 of them are from Reaper Miniatures, 1 is from Bombshell Miniatures, and 1 is from Figon, I think. And here we have some Corsairs. The Corsairs themselves are from Scott and Grendel. They are originally Lord of the Rings miniatures from before the time Games Workshop had a license. So these are actually Corsairs of Umbar. The big champion guy is from Reaper Miniatures though. And here we have some Nafatun. These are all from Perry Miniatures except for the champion, which is from Eldorado. And here we have some Desert Riders with spears and shields. These shields are actually recasts that I did myself from Al-Mukhtar's Desert Dogs. So I just did a green stuff mold and poured some light resin into them, which are then UV cured. They're not great, but you know it does the trick, and I like the shield design, so that's why I decided to go with it. And here we have Al-Mukhtar's Desert Dogs themselves for my Dogs of War army as well. I do feature them in my Araby army because, well, I mean, they are set in Araby, so quite like these models. Probably should go back and remove the mold lines on the horses though. I might do that in some future video or something like that. Here we have some assassins. From the top left, we have Hashishin from that's from Haradrim, the Haradrim range from that Games Workshop makes. Then we have a Not Altair, which is from Darksword Miniatures. We have a Reaper Assassin, and we have a Eldorado Assassin. And here we have the Prince of Thieves, which is not at all based on the Prince of Persia game from 2008. At least that's how I painted him. Model is from Darksword Miniatures. And here we have some wizards. From the left there we have an Ifrit, that's from Reaper Miniatures. Next to him is a wizard who is very much looking like Jafar from Disney. And he's also from Reaper. Then we have the wizard on a flying carpet. That is from Black Design, Saracen's range. Again, more wizards. We have a female wizard from Reaper. And the big genie is also from Reaper, one of the newer models. Carmel the Jinn, rules terms. And here we have another Eldorado model that is an Emir on a flying carpet. Really lovely model. Not so great paint job, unfortunately, but yeah, it looks okay from a distance. More wizards. We have a Genie Binder from Reaper and a Jinn, also from Reaper. And here we have some more wizards. The second and the third one are from Shield Wolf Miniatures. The middle one is from Reaper Miniatures. And here we have some characters. First one is from Eldorado, middle one is from Shield Wolf, third one is from Eldorado as well, with some conversion work to give him an actual weapon. And more characters. We have Sullivan the Saracen, I think was the name, from Games Workshop Bretonian range, 5th edition. We have a Saladin from Fireforge. We have Laila bint Saraya from Eldorado. More characters. Balstan Bear. This is a converted Gripping Beast model with a Dark Elf Corsair banner pole. The bear itself was printed. The middle guy is a mercenary captain from the TT Combat range. And the third guy on the right there is from Gripping Beast. Anyway, that was the whole Araby army as it currently stands. Since taking these pictures 2 years ago, I've added a single more character model, also from TT Combat, which is another Jafar lookalike sorcerer. I didn't really feel it was worth to put everything up for display and take all the pictures again, though, just to show off that final single character model. So what you see here is 99.9% of the army pretty much as it looks right now. I am likely-ish, depending on what time I have available, to go back to the army and improve it a little bit, especially in terms of adding the washes and tidy those up a little bit because it got a little bit messy in some areas. But from a distance, the army looks perfectly fine. It's an acceptable tabletop standard, and I'm happy enough with it as is. I hope you enjoyed this little showcase though, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.